All right. What's going on, party people? This your man Grill. Ah, man, going on today? I thought it was off President's Day. That's interesting. Man out here doing their thing, even on President's Day. All right. Oh man, yep. So as I just said, it's President's Day. I don't be keeping track of these daggone holidays and stuff. So okay, now I'm semi-lost, I think. No, if I can go this way. But yeah, so President's Day, out doing some signings. Got one done, just finished that one. Got another one at 3. Supposed to have been at 5, but the gentleman informed me that he would like to do it at 3. I guess since he's off today, and I said no problem. I also contacted the company, make sure they was okay with it, and they said no problem also. So went ahead on and get him taken care of. And since where he lives at is closer, it's easier to go there than to try to go home and scan. I got my scanner with me, so I'm gonna go to a local Starbucks that's not too far from him and scan the documents there. And then after I do his, I'll probably just go right back to that same Starbucks and scan the documents there again, because I think there's a UPS store over there, and then I can drop them off and everything off to that UPS. So I gotta make sure. I think I'll be there before they go, because his stuff isn't that long, barely 100 pages, if that, and stuff. But yeah, so in getting toward the end of the month, that means more and more work hopefully should be coming through. Haven't seen any additional orders for today, or did I? No, I seen one for today, but I couldn't take it anyway. And everything else has been for later in the week. Now, just as a FYI, in case this happens to you, and it can happen to you, and it might somewhere in your notary career, is an order will come in and you will say yes to it. There we go. You'll say yes to it, and they assign it to you. You're like, all right, bet, I got it. And then when you call the customer, they're like, oh, nah, we're not available at that time. So what do? Well, you just find out when they are available, and the reason why you need to find this information out so that you can share that with the signing company. So you find out from them, okay, this is when you're available. Not a problem. You're available at this time, ... this date, because he was available at on a different day and time, because the day and time, he was available for a different time, but on that day he was actually going to be flying back to the area, and he was like, I can't do it at that time at 10 in the morning. I can do 6 in the evening. I'm not available at 6 in the evening. So I told him, I said, I'll make sure we get you, another notary and everything, which they will. And that's all you do, is just let them know. It's nothing to freak out about, nothing to be upset about. These things happen, because when I contacted him, he informed me that he had just got the email telling him when it was going to be. So sometimes, maybe a lot of times, when the order is going out and they're telling you, hey, meet this person at such and such time, they haven't even told the signers yet. And in this case, they hadn't even told him. They told him after the fact of letting me know, hey, this is when, are you available? And I'm saying yes. And then he's like, basically, nobody checked with me. And then he asked, could I do it tomorrow, the 20th? And I was like, yeah, I can, but I don't know if they're going to have the paperwork together. So I passed all that information on to the signing company and title and all of them. And they came back and said it'll be changed to 6 p.m. on the 23rd instead of doing it tomorrow. I was like, all right, cool. So I let them know I wasn't available. They reassigned it to someone else. And a couple hours later, which was basically about 20 minutes ago, I ended up picking up an order, for that same day and at 6 p.m. And the reason why, because I can't go to Hampton that time of the day because the traffic is real bad. So I would have been stuck over there for a while, and there's no chance for me to get back to drop the documents off in time. You know, well, there was no way that was going to happen anyway. But going to Hampton area at, you know, on a Friday or a Thursday at 6 in the evening is really not good. So that's why I couldn't accept that order, and then I get assigned one. So those kind of things can happen. Don't get upset. You know, this is just a part of the process. Just stay focused and vigilant on doing the best you can when you do get assigned the order, and that's pretty much all you can do and stuff like that. So but yeah, this is the end part of the month, so there'll probably be a lot more orders coming through. So for those notaries, you know, that's still hanging in here, just be ready. Know your calendar, know what your schedule is. So when the order comes through, you can just hit the button saying yes. Now, something that I noticed, I don't know if it's just with me, but recently, when I'm logged into my AmRock account, for whatever reason, every time now when I get an order from AmRock, it wants me to log in, even though I am logged into the app, which means by the time I do the login, the order is gone. So I'm at the point now where I'm gonna have to stop even trying to get an AmRock order, because that's ticking me off. Because for some reason before, it actually started this year. Before this year, I was able to just, you know, stay logged into the app, order come up, hit it, boom, there's the thing. But now, you know, it's doing that. Even if I say log out in the morning and log back in at, you know, today, when an order comes through, it's like, okay, you got to log back in. And by the time you do all of that, and AmRock's app is slow with the login credential checking, so I'm at the point now where it's like, you know, that's a waste of my time to even try to get an AmRock order and everything, you know, almost acting like signature closers. It's hard to get them too, you know, unless you're just sitting there watching the thing, and I'm not and stuff. But yeah, that's where we're at. So I appreciate all of y'all watching the videos, your comments and everything. Yeah, it's been interesting. But for the members, I started processing the video from the training last Saturday, this past Saturday, to show y'all what it looks like for us doing a loan application, as well as doing a refinance, just going over it, not talking about explaining the documents and any of that, but just giving you a good, you know, a feel for it and everything, just so you can understand the flow. And again, each company is different. The way they do their funds distribution forms are different. Everything can be different, or is different. And you just have to be, you know, just pay attention to what's going on and what's written down, and you'll be fine. So I'm trying to think. It was something else I wanted to talk to y'all about. I don't forgot now. But I remember now. Yeah. I know things aren't popping for everybody everywhere, and the one thing that I've learned that you have to do, and this is what I had to learn to do for myself, is not get so desperate that I just run and chase after everything. Being desperate and running and chasing after everything that somebody says can make you money can end up causing you to be broke. Now, I get it if you're looking and interested in something, if there's no money coming in, say with loan closings, and you have to expand your reach to somewhere else, or you know, in the other avenues of money making, I get that. But the one thing that I had to ask myself, and I'm not even asking y'all, I'm telling you what I had to ask myself when things happen and I'm not making money in a particular area. I have to first ask myself, am I doing what I'm supposed to do in order to make the money? Am I following the rules of this particular industry or this particular avenue? In other words, for loan closing, there's certain things that I need to do. Well, one of them, I need to first be willing to accept the order. I need to understand how to do the job of a notary loan closer. I need to know how to notarize properly and all of that. And if I know all of those things, then the question is, why am I not getting any work? Am I not getting any work because I have a lame profile, or do I have super high expectations of pay that is actually unrealistic? Because when we run from one area to another to make money, the question is the area that you're currently in is no longer viable to make money? And if so, is it because you are not doing what it takes to make the money, or is it because it's actually just not there right now because of whatever? And if that's the case, if the latter is the case, then cool. But if the former is the case, where you aren't putting forth the effort, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, that's a problem. That is a deep, deep problem, and you got to fix that. Because what I had to say to myself was, if I hop over to this other thing that is somewhat related to the current thing that I'm saying is not making me money, and I'm not willing to do what it takes to make money in the loan closings, then how can I be making money over there? Either it's just that much easier to do over here with this other stream, because if it is, okay, cool. But if it's the same level of effort, then that means I might not make money in that because I wasn't disciplined where I'm at with loan closings or with general notary, and then I want to do apostille. Whatever it may be, I'm like, I got to be disciplined. So if I'm showing proof, a concept here with this, then yes, I should be able to make money over there. And I know some people are like, well, I just don't like loan closings. Okay, cool. You don't like loan closings. That's why you're not making money. It's not that there isn't money there. It's because you don't like something. And when you don't like something, you don't like what you have to do to make money in it. You don't put forth the necessary effort. Got it. Okay, that makes sense. But to say, well, there's no money over here, I'm going to go over here where everybody else is at. I'm going to go over here where all the other people are at to make the money. Then it's like, okay, you do you, but it don't mean that just because you ran over there with all the other 500 people, that money is going to be there for you, especially if you're not willing to work. Because the same people that you're running behind to get work over in that area were in the area that you are currently in, and they're trying to leave. So all of y'all are here, and now y'all trying to go over there to make money, and you're faced with the same thing, the same level of competition. Maybe since everybody is moving over there, you stay put, get disciplined and knowledgeable to do it where you currently are at, and execute it there, so that when those people run away from that because they got frustrated, they weren't disciplined, and then you slide over in there, you can start making money. It's okay to come in last sometime. Come in after the hoopla and the fanfare is gone, because guess what? There's still money to be made there. I'm still doing closings. I've done over 30 so far this month. I'm still doing closings. Is it at a lower pay rate? Yes, but I'm still doing closings. When the time comes for me to slide over to apostilles a little bit more, I will, or into general notary work, I will. But right now, this is where it's at with me. And while y'all are running over there, even with the estate planning, I got an estate planning. I got one through SnapDocs. I'm just waiting for the lady to confirm when she wants to meet. So I get all of those other ones, but I get them sparingly. But where my bread and butter is where I'm at now with the loan closings. And it's okay. It's okay, because I'm willing to do the work to get the business and to do it right and to keep the business coming in. That's really it. I'm not saying you can't make money in those other areas, but if you are undisciplined, if you're not focused, if you in the current thing that you came in this business for, what makes you think just because you start doing any other avenue, it's going to garner you money? And the only way it can garner you money is because it allows you to be lazy and undisciplined in order to do it. But I can't see that. That's the only way. You have to me, you have to be even more disciplined with apostille, more disciplined with estate planning, and even more disciplined with just the general notary work, because you don't have a second copy. A lot of those other ones, you don't have 2 copies where, oh, I made a mistake here, I can just swap it out. Or I just run back and print. Sometimes somebody bringing you documents, and you got to get it right the first time. And that requires a whole lot more discipline and commitment to doing things excellent. Not that it doesn't with loan closings, but you get what I'm saying. So how do you plan on making money in an area? This is how, again, what I had to ask myself. How do you plan on making money in an area that requires probably a little bit more discipline, a little more attention to detail than what loan closings offer? And you're not even doing that in loan closings. It's a valid question. To me, it's a valid question, period. And that's what I've had to ask myself. And now I'm more disciplined with the loan closings. I'm doing things right. And then when I do get these other assignments from time to time, I don't always talk to y'all about it, but when I do get them, I'm doing them, and I'm doing them very, very well, because I have the attention to detail that I developed and learned from what I am doing. And it can work the other way. Attention to detail in apostille work, and then you do loan closings or estate planning, then you do general notary. It all works hand in hand. You just got to be willing to accept that and stop looking for the quick financial fix. And that's what a lot of you want. You want a quick financial fix to your current financial issues. And I know for some of you, you can't wait. You can't wait for money. You need money now. I get it. But sometimes you just got to plant some seeds and let them, sit there and germinate for a little while, and then let it sprout up. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to do that. And you got to find a way. So if you're looking for quick money, fast money, super duper quick money, all that, however y'all want to say it, you may want to find something else to do that can garner you those things, and then do this a little bit at a time and grow this business into something a little bit more viable. That's just my thoughts. If you're working a job, stay with your job maybe a little bit longer, and then come off of it when things are changed or whatever, once you develop the discipline and all of that. But nonetheless, that's where it's at. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. Get on over here to this Starbucks and get these documents scanned and all that good stuff and up to them so I can ship them out in a little bit. But y'all have a good one. Talk to y'all later. Peace.